Hey guys, this is Pixel Dan coming to you from the 2019 New York Toy Fair, and right now I am at the DC Collectibles booth. Now I know normally I do a full in-depth product walkthrough with Jim Fletcher, but timing did not work out well this year for that, but no worries, we are still going to get a full product walkthrough to get some good up-close looks at all of the upcoming product from DC Collectibles. So let's head on inside and check it out.
So this is DC Lucha Explosiva. I know you're a big wrestling fan, so hopefully this is right up your alley. But we're channeling the Lucha Libre culture with our awesome superheroes. We're working with Billy Fowler, who's designed all these figures for us. They're going to come out in waves of 2, sold separately. So the pairings are appropriate. So we got Batman, he'll come alongside Deathstroke, Superman with Metallo, and then Wonder Woman with the cheetah all the way over to the right. There's a $35 price point. They're going to come with a number of accessories, like this awesome folding chair with Batman's face implanted in it.
Oh my gosh,
so let me get my head out of there. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that's great. They're going to come with a good set of articulation, but we don't want it to compromise the art style, but you'll still be able to get them in good wrestling poses.
Oh, that's great.
So that's great. Batman and Deathstroke come out in September of 2019. Superman Metallo in October, and then Wonder Woman and the Cheetah in November. So we're going to try to build this world very quickly. The ring here is a diorama piece for the show only.
Okay.
Obviously, that's the shoot for the moon product to produce, but at the moment I don't have any news there. But Lucha Libre, DC Lucha Explosivo is something we're really excited about. You can imagine all the possible tag teams, and heroes that become villains, and so on and so forth. So
and you said it's $35 for 2 packs?
No. $35 a figure.
Piece.
Yep.
Okay,
They're
got
sold
it,
separately.
Okay.
They just come out in waves of 2.
Got it. Waves of 2.
Waves
okay.
of 2.
Those are
and again, they start in September, October, and November of this year. So stay tuned for more information on this line. We're really, really excited about it. We think we can go very deep from a character point of view. So that's exciting.
Those are great.
DC Gallery back cowls. So about 6 to 7 months ago, the design team had a brainstorm on what like a cowl line could be, and we instantly had about 5 years of product in about 5 minutes. So there's been so many iterations of the back cowl over the years through all the various story arcs. We announced the Rebirth cowl at New York Comic Con. The Batman Arkham Asylum at New York Comic Con. Now we're getting to Batman The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, and the Toy Fair reveal here is the Batman Who Laughs from Dark Knight Metal, which has been a massive hit in the comic book publishing unit. We're supporting it, as you'll see, through a variety of product, but this cowl is super awesome looking, and that comes out in November of 2019, so stay tuned for that. The Batman Rebirth cowl comes out in spring this year, so they kind of trickle out all year. So.
Okay, very cool. Those are awesome.
Up top here, another product line we're announcing and revealing here at Toy Fair. This is DC Engines of Chaos. This is Mad Max meets Gotham City. And what we love about this are the great environmental bases and the motion that we're capturing and all over the place with this Batman figure, and he's kind of plowing through an army of Joker robots. You can see all the great detail along the side of the bike, all the dust that's flaring up in the back, the oxygen tank that Batman's wearing. So it really creates this kind of post-apocalyptic world with our Bat Family characters, and we're hopefully going beyond just the Bat Family, of course, as we build this world as well. You also see that we have a Poison Ivy statue to the right, which is also full of detail, full of great storytelling. Her on her scooter, towing a cart of angry pumpkins. You'll see here. Let me turn around here.
Oh my gosh,
Look at these.
Awesome.
The license plate that says Ivy. Super intricate, just so fun. And definitely another world we want to build out, this new Engines of Chaos world. The propane-powered little gun. I mean, watering can-powered watering gun with the zombie in the basket. It's just, there's so much to latch onto here.
And then
so this is a sneak peek. So the artist we've been working with on this line is Riley Rossmo. He's done all the designs for us. He's given us such great direction. This is a sneak peek at Lobo, who's obviously an appropriate fit for a line like this. This printed piece is not to scale. It's going to be much bigger than this. So brace for that. We should have an announcement in the coming weeks with the full statue all painted up. But that'll be in 2020. Poison Ivy is in early 2020, and then Batman here, he's in the fall of 2019. So we're really excited to dive deep on this line as well. So stay tuned for more Engines of Chaos designs. So last year we showed a bunch of props from our DC Gallery prop line. This is just an addition to it. Last year we released the Joker cane and the Two-Face coin. This is Wonder Woman's shield, inspired by the comics, inspired by George Perez's iteration. What we've done though is updated the iconography on the shield here to use a more current symbol, but it's got some solid weight to it. It's got the handles on the inside, so you'll be able to use this shield for all your cosplaying needs if you want to going forward. But a really, really great, it's got some battle damage on it. So look for this in the fall of 2019, as we try to continue to roll out props that are really comic specific. We try to get, look at all the various designs and come up with one like unique defining design that kind of encompasses all of them.
Cool.
Yeah, so more props to come. Okay, so here we have our 1-to-1 scale Harley Quinn, and every year we try to have statement pieces that really speak to a larger audience. Last year we had the Rick Baker Joker bust, if you remember that. But this year we are releasing this 1-to-1 scale Harley Quinn with our licensing partner Sideshow is going to help with distribution. So look to there's a press release that went out today. It's going to be limited to 50 statues. She will have the smoke dust that comes off the gun, if you remember that from the Batman Black and White statue.
Yeah.
That got lost somewhere between here and California, but it'll turn up somewhere. But that will be included in the final statue. But this designed by Bruce Timm, straight from Batman the Animated Series. We're really excited to get this 1-to-1 scale Harley Quinn out in the world.
Amazing.
And it's going to happen, so it should hit stores or be available for order or arrival in November of 2019.
So how tall is this actually?
It's about 6 feet. It's deceiving because it's on this base, but yeah, it's about my height if I were to hop up there. So
that's amazing. Holy cow.
So in a perfect world, we'd be able to make more 1-to-1 scale statues.
Yeah.
So hang tight. This is our DC Prime Deluxe action figure. This is a new line for us. We have a lot of new lines here at Toy Fair. This is a Deluxe action figure designed by Riccardo Federici. Very high-tech looking design, loaded with lots of articulation. As you can see, it comes with the alternate heads and a lot of different accessories, batarangs, grappling hooks, different hands for punching or throwing the batarang. It's got a posable cape with the wire structure inside, so you can get some really dramatic cape formations.
That's cool.
We're still working on the final design for this base, but we are going to have a deluxe base that allows you to get Batman in the air if you want to. Certainly when you get into more crazier poses, you need something to help keep the figure standing up.
Right.
But this is a line of deluxe action figures that we hope we can continue and get more characters into. It's got a $125 price point. It's going to come out in the fall of 2019. But we really wanted to explore this 9-inch scale, hyper-detailed, hyper-articulated action figure to offer to the fans. More to come on this. We'll probably have some working models in the coming months, so we'll be sure to make some social media content to send out to you guys to show how well it moves.
Great.
This is our core action figure line of DC Essentials. This is our 2019 offering. Red Hood at the end is the most recent announcement for this line. We also have a deluxe base that we're announcing that we're going to release that will allow you to get your figures in the air without taking away from your dioramas. It's a clear plastic base, so it should sink into the background, but it can help get your figures in the air. One of the things we really are happy with this line is we've had other action figure lines that have had more articulation points, but the range of motion hasn't always been there. We think the articulation set we have with Essentials now really gets so much great motion, allows you to get some great posing amongst your figures. So we're just going to try and keep pushing forward with DC Essentials and a pretty strong lineup for 2019.
Yeah, awesome. I love those stands. I think those stands look fantastic.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing it for years, and we just finally got around to it. They've got screws at their hinges, so if they start to get loose over time and usage, you can just tighten the screws and lock them back up again.
Cool.
Okay, this is DC Designer Series statues. 1/6 scale statue line has been an ongoing line for DC Collectibles for a while now. it takes some of our most famous artists at DC and have them do what they're most known for, really. So best example of that is our Toy Fair reveal of the Frank Miller from Dark Knight Returns Batman, which was an interior kind of piece of art that was just a front view, so kudos to our sculptor John Matthews, who was able to fill in the blanks of all the other angles. But a classic Frank Miller piece defines his art style in 3D form, and it's just a really great piece in three-dimensional form. To the right of that, we've been supporting Black Label. That's Batman by Lee Bermejo. Lee has done a number of statue designs for us, specifically in the Batman Black and White line. It's great to have one of his statues in 12-inch scale statue size. You can see all of that great detail, sculpted by Gene St. Jean, who's a longtime DC Collectibles and direct sculptor here. So a little further down, these two come out in the summertime. That's Nightwing by Jim Lee and Wonder Woman by Jenny Frison. Jenny had a great run on Wonder Woman with the covers. That is one of the covers we pulled straight from that. Really beautiful, wonderful Wonder Woman piece. And then Nightwing, Jim Lee did a promotional piece of artwork for Hush, where they were all on the rooftop, right? And so that's where we pulled that Nightwing from. And the twirling of his screaming stick, we tried to capture that motion, even though we're dealing with a static 3D object here. But both of those come out in 2019 in the summer, and Frank Miller and Lee Bermejo are in the fall. So stay tuned for more on DC Designer Series.
Excellent.
Dark Knight's Metal has been a massive success for our publishing division. As we saw a little earlier, we have the Batman Who Laughs cowl, but we have a whole line of statues committed to Dark Knight's Metal. They're in chronological order based on their release. A number of these have been announced already, but we can go through them here. Okay. Dawnbreaker comes out early this year in March or April, followed by Merciless. We have the Batman with Darkseid Baby, which is really awesome. However, if you're just a Batman fan and you don't want the Darkseid Baby, you can take Batman's head off, take the Darkseid Baby off, and we have a standard Batman head here, and then you just have a standard Batman in Greg Capullo's art style, which is really cool that you have those interchangeable pieces. It's very often you do them in action figures, of course, but statues, we try to do that more and more when we can. So I'll put the baby back on. We have the giant Devastator statue, which something you have to see in person or on video, because in static image you just don't know how big it actually is. He comes with a magnetic head, so you can turn it and face it in any direction you want, which is a nice feature.
Wow.
But it is a brooding piece, crushing the base down below, as you can see. Really, really great. Slightly higher price point, but you realize you're getting a lot more statue with that figure. We have the Murder Machine in the back. He comes with alternate hands with cannons and claws and so on and so forth. Followed by the Murder Machine is the Drown. Really stoic, beautiful piece. And then the two Toy Fair reveals are Red Death in the back, with all those bats coming out of his back, and the Batman with the Robin minions, which is a deluxe statue. Really cool piece, slightly terrifying, but that's a deluxe statue. It'd be a slightly higher price point as well, but that ends the year for the DC Metal, Dark Knight Metal statue line that we have here. So they're in a 7-inch scale, with same scale as Batman Black and White and Harley Quinn Red, White, and Black. So if you're collectors of those statues, these will fit right in with that.
Super cool.
Yeah. Here we came out with the Teen Titans multi-part statue based on the George Perez artwork from the new Teen Titans #1. That was a literal comic representation in 3D form. This year we wanted to do something a little more organic. We designed this statue in-house, and what we love about our multi-part statues is if you're just a fan of one character like Nightwing, you can just buy the Nightwing statue. It works as its own statue, but what we're hoping for is that you'll buy all the statues and build this rooftop scene with the entire Bat family. You can kind of rearrange them however you want. You can set them up however you want. The intended purpose is butted up against this chimney, but it's a nice compact 6-inch scale Batman family statue. So if you're a fan of Red Hood, who's the Toy Fair reveal, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Batman, of course, this is a great collector piece. Batman comes out in March, and then they trickle out throughout the rest of the year. Red Hood is in November of 2019. The nice thing about this is, hopefully we can add on to it as it goes. So stay tuned for more. We love multi-part statues. They're a lot of fun to work on.
Awesome.
Stay tuned. So this is the Harley Quinn Red, White, and Black line. It's the sister line to the Batman Black and White in that 7-inch scale. And this concept is largely the same. We have lots of different artists that have drawn Harley Quinn, so we try and capture their style and release them as individual statues. It's been an ongoing line for us. The two new ones are this Harley Quinn by John Tim's statue, where she's trying to get the cowl on her head, and then we have the metal Harley Quinn by Greg Horn, which is just one of the creepier iterations of Harley that we've seen. A little mesmerizing, that the way she's staring at the viewer that way. But we love those statues, and that line's going to continue on. And then right next door, we of course have our Batman Black and White line. This is our longest running statue line. We're somewhere in the neighborhood of 90 unique statues. There's even more if you count the second editions, but it's just been a great line, and as long as people are illustrating Batman, we will continue to make these statues. So the two artists that have eluded us for a while is Batman by Mark Silvestri and Batman by Joe Madureira. So those are our two newest additions to the Batman Black and White line. Really unique pieces for their own reasons. So we're really excited to add them. And then back here we've got the Batman Who Laughs. So this time last year at Toy Fair we revealed the Batman Black and White Batman Who Laughs statue. It sold out instantly. So we're circling back. We've added a lot of metallic paint deco. We've inverted the base so it's white, and we're releasing a second edition for those fans that weren't able to get the first edition. So look for that this summer. And then right next door we have Batman by Kenneth Rocafort. We're a big fan of Kenneth's art style and his design sense, and this is truly a unique take on Batman, and it defines what Batman Black and White's kind of all about. You know, just an artist take on the character. So we're really excited about the offering here. Down below we have a new initiative, so to speak. Since we have so many Batman Black and Whites, we decided to shrink them down into little PVC, little statuettes that fans can collect and build a giant Batman Black and White collection that takes up far less space and costs far less money. But we have all these Batmans that have been released before, and they're going to be released in 7-piece box sets, as you saw here in the packaging. And there will be 6 Batman in each box, and then there will be a bonus 7th non-Batman figure. So in this case it's Nightwing. It could be Penguin, which you see behind Norm Brayfogle here. So we're really excited about this. There's 4 different sets. So stay tuned for more information on those sets, and we'll see how people react to these little figures.
Awesome.
All right, so Batman Animated Series continues. These have been previously announced, but we wanted to show them because last year they were in the secret room. So we're keeping our word that those are coming out into the market. We've missed out on a few characters. So we've done Two-Face and Scarecrow in the new Batman Adventures costumes, but we hadn't gone back and done the Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
So I know these are figures that fans were clamoring for, so we're happy to bring those to the market. So we have Two-Face here, we have Scarecrow over there on the rooftop, and then we also have Hardak here, and then Grey Ghost, which we're all really happy about finally seeing in action figure form from DC Collectibles. Capturing that perfect Bruce Timm art style, as always. And then even more exciting than that is we have the Bat Cycle coming out this summer. What's cool about this is, you know, we've released the Batwing and the Batmobile, but the Bat Cycle's in the show a lot of the time. So we have a new, completely re-engineered Batman figure, because we had to adjust all the articulation so that he'd be able to ride this
Got
bike.
it, okay.
And the other cool feature is he's got a cape that's posable, which he's never had before in the Batman Animated Series.
Yeah.
So there's wireframe in there, so you can really get that, you know, like the wind sweeping motion of blowing his cape back when he's on the bike. It lights up in the dashboard and with the headlights. It is not permanently attached to this base, so it does come off. So if you want to put it in a scene somewhere else, but then it's got that little socket to kind of hold.
So it kind of like sideways.
Exactly, it's like he's banking a corner. It's really neat. So we're really happy to bring another vehicle to the table in the Batman the Animated Series.
These look nice. Is the articulation like? I noticed like the double knees.
There's been some tweaks to that. We've tried to incorporate more, like with DC Essentials, like I said, trying to get more motion out of the articulation that we have. So yes, there are double jointed knees on all of these figures here that you're seeing here.
Yeah.
Down below, this may be the most exciting. I'm gonna try and get out of that light. One of the most exciting announcements we have here at the show, and there's going to be more information to come on this, but we've been working with Bruce Timm, who's been writing backstories, and Ty Templeton from an art point of view, who he did the Batman animated comic book way back when, to create animated inspired action figures. These guys weren't in the show. So we got Red Hood, Azrael, the armored Batman here, which is a beast that just showed up today, and then Slade Wilson or Deathstroke here on the side. And we're really finding ways to get this animated style to touch more of our great characters as we move forward. So more information on this as we move down the road.
That is awesome. These are great.
And again, those all have that articulation cut in that we mentioned above. with some of that double jointed, joints.
Wow.
Okay, DC Bombshells are ongoing, one of our best-selling statue lines. We're around 30 statues in at this point, so we're trying to find ways to revisit some of the original characters that came out early in the line. So here we have DC Bombshell Celebration statue. It's a bit of a battle statue with Batgirl and Supergirl hovering above. It's a great way to get these characters back into the statue line. It's not just a redeco. It's really dynamic with the environmental base. So that's really exciting. Perhaps more exciting is that we have the reveal of DC Bombshell's Death statue. So we're happy to include a character from the Vertigo universe, the DC Vertigo universe. Really great design. And then Shazam's going to be more top of mind in the coming months. This is Mary Shazam Bombshell. She'll release at the end of 2019. That's the artwork. The statue's in sculpt now, so stay tuned for more images of that. Sneak peek there. Down below, our DC CoverGirls line kind of moves forward with Joelle Jones here. We've got Wonder Woman, which comes out in the summertime, Black Canary, and then reveal of Huntress, which it's good to get Huntress in this statue line. We don't often get to make Huntress statues, but it's a good fit for the CoverGirls line, and Joelle has done a great job with designs and leading the art style on this. Jack Matthews, the sculptor, has been able to interpret her art style really, really well. So CoverGirls for the end of 2019. Cool. Years ago, we released these battle statues as much larger, much higher price point statues. They've been in the market for a long time, so we've scanned them in, and we're producing them at a smaller scale and re-releasing them at a lower price point, which is hopefully more approachable for fans. These are two Frank Miller Dark Knight inspired statues. So we have Batman versus Superman, which is one of my favorite statues of all time, personally. And then we have the Batman Call to Arms statue. Those are both at a $150 price point. They will be full color, so we're really excited about bringing those back. And then down below, Batman vs. Killer Croc is a mini battle statue that was designed in-house, but sculpted just brilliantly with so much motion. So look forward to that coming. The Batman Killer Croc comes out in summer of 2019, and the two Dark Knight statues come out in the fall of 2019. This is DC Artist Alley. It's artist-inspired line. They don't typically have the house style, but they're limited edition vinyl figures. What you're looking at is Two-Face by James Groman. James Groman, the famous toy designer. He takes his swing at Two-Face, Joker, Batman, and Killer Croc. All of these come out in fall of 2019, limited to 3,000. Wow. Really unique takes. And then down below, we have the Chrissie Zullo Artist Alley figures. So the color figures are limited to 3,000. Batgirl, Supergirl, Hawkgirl, and Wonder Woman, all in stores summer 2019. And then the black and white colorways, those come out at the same time, but they're limited to 1,000. And it's just a great way to showcase our different art styles and allowing artists to take a swing at all of our great characters in their art style. So we love this line. It's a testament to the great artists that exist in Artist Alley, and we're hoping to keep this line moving as long as we can.
Stay up to date with Pixel Dan at Toy Fair 2019. Follow at Pixel Dan on Twitter or /Pixel Dan on YouTube.com. Thanks for tuning in to your premier source for all things toys, Pixel Dan. See you again.